Welcome to the course, Mind Mastery Meditation Mindfulness for high school students. In this module, we will focus on a very important life skill, understanding emotions so that you can respond instead of react. This topic matters because emotions affect almost everything: how you think, how you speak, how you act, how you handle stress, and how you relate to other people. Many students are told to control your emotions, but very few are actually taught how emotions work. In this module, we will take a different approach. Instead of treating emotions as problems, we will learn to see them as signals. Emotions are not weaknesses. They are part of being human, and they can give useful information when we know how to listen carefully. As we move through this module, you will learn what emotions are, why they happen, how they affect the brain and body, and how mindfulness can help you handle them with more calm and clarity. This foundation will prepare you for practical tools in the later lessons, where you will practice noticing emotions, naming them, and choosing your response more wisely. Module goal. By the end of this module, you will build a clearer and healthier relationship with your emotions. First, you will understand what emotions are and why every emotion has a purpose. Even emotions that feel uncomfortable, such as anger, sadness, fear, or embarrassment, usually carry a message. They may be warning you, protecting you, or showing you that something important matters to you. Next, you will learn how emotions influence thoughts, decisions, and behavior. Often, people think they are making rational choices, but emotions are already shaping their reactions in the background. When you understand this, you become better able to make thoughtful decisions instead of acting only on impulse. You will also develop the ability to recognize emotions early, before they become too strong or overwhelming. This is an important skill. It is much easier to work with an emotion when you notice it at the beginning rather than after it has taken over. Another goal of this module is to help you regulate emotions instead of suppressing them. Suppressing means pushing emotions down or pretending they are not there. Regulation means noticing them, understanding them, and handling them in a healthier way. Mindfulness supports this process. Finally, you will learn practical tools to respond thoughtfully instead of reacting impulsively. This idea, creating a pause between what happens and how you respond, will be one of the central themes of this module, and it will connect to the techniques you learn in the upcoming lessons. Module overview. Let us now look at how this module is organized. We begin with Lesson 1, Why do we have emotions? In this lesson, you will explore the basic purpose of emotions and why they are a natural part of human life. Then, in Lesson 2, The Science of Emotions, we will look more closely at what happens in the brain and body when emotions arise. This will help you understand that emotions are not random. They are connected to biology, attention, memory, and survival. In Lesson 3, Naming What You Feel, you will learn how to identify emotions more accurately. This is important because the more clearly you can name what you feel, the more effectively you can work with it. After that, Lesson 4, The Space Between Stimulus and Response, will introduce a powerful idea. Even when something difficult happens, there is often a small moment in which you can pause and choose your response. This skill becomes stronger with practice. In Lesson 5, The Rain Mindfulness Technique, you will learn a step-by-step practice for working with difficult emotions in a calm and structured way. Then, in Lesson 6, Guided Meditation, Sitting with Emotions, you will apply what you have learned through direct experience. This will give you a chance to practice emotional awareness, not just think about it. In Lesson 7, Applying Emotional Awareness in Daily Life, we will connect these skills to real situations: school stress, friendships, family conversations, and other everyday challenges. Next, Lesson 8, Weekly Challenge and Reflection, will help you carry the learning into your own life through practice and self-observation. Finally, Lesson 9, Module Quiz, will give you a chance to review and strengthen your understanding. Altogether, this module takes about 83 minutes, and each part builds on the previous one. So, as you go forward, try to see the module not as separate lessons, but as one connected journey from understanding emotions to managing them wisely. Module learning outcomes. Knowledge. Now that you have seen the structure of the module, let us look at what you will understand by the end of it. You will learn why emotions exist. This is important because many people only focus on how emotions feel, especially when they are intense. But understanding their purpose helps reduce confusion and self-judgment. You will also learn the difference between emotions, thoughts, and moods. These are related, but they are not the same. An emotion may arise quickly in response to a situation. A thought is the story or interpretation your mind creates. A mood may last longer and shape your overall state. Knowing the difference helps you become more precise in self-awareness. Another key area of knowledge is how the brain processes emotions. You will begin to understand how certain brain systems react to challenge, stress, reward, or threat, and how mindfulness can support better balance and regulation. You will also understand why emotional awareness improves decision-making. When people are unaware of what they feel, emotions can influence choices without being noticed. But when emotions are recognized clearly, it becomes easier to respond with intention. Finally, you will understand the role mindfulness plays in emotional regulation. Mindfulness does not remove emotions. Instead, it helps you notice them with greater calm, creating space for wiser action. This knowledge will provide the foundation for the practical skills in the next slides and in the lessons ahead. Skills. Along with knowledge, this module is designed to help you build real-life skills. The first skill is learning to recognize emotions as they arise. This means noticing early signals in the body and mind, perhaps tension, restlessness, racing thoughts, or a change in breathing. Catching emotions early gives you more choice. The second skill is to name emotions accurately. Sometimes people use broad words like bad, stressed, or fine, but these words do not always capture what is really happening. You may actually be disappointed, anxious, frustrated, lonely, or overwhelmed. More accurate naming leads to better understanding. Another important skill is learning to pause before reacting. This pause may only last a few seconds, but it can completely change the outcome of a situation. Instead of speaking or acting automatically, you begin to create room for awareness. You will also learn how to practice the RAIN technique, which is a mindfulness-based method for meeting emotions with awareness and care. Later in the module, this will give you a clear process to follow when emotions feel strong. Finally, you will practice how to respond more thoughtfully during difficult situations. This is where the entire module becomes practical. Whether you are dealing with pressure, conflict, disappointment, or anger, the goal is not perfection. The goal is to become a little more aware, a little more steady, and a little more intentional each time. These skills build directly on the knowledge from the previous slide, and together they prepare you for the mindset shift that comes next. Mindset. The final learning outcome of this module is about mindset, how you understand emotions at a deeper level. First, you will learn that every emotion serves a purpose. Some emotions protect you. Some connect you to others. Some help you notice unfairness, loss, danger, or joy. When you understand that emotions have a function, you are less likely to fear them or reject them immediately. Second, you will explore the idea that no emotion is good or bad. Some emotions feel pleasant and some feel unpleasant, but that is not the same as good or bad. For example, anxiety can be uncomfortable, but it may signal that something matters to you. Anger can feel intense, but it may show that a boundary has been crossed. The emotion itself is not the problem. What matters is how you understand it and how you act with it. Third, you will understand that emotions are temporary experiences. Even strong emotions rise, change, and pass. This is a powerful insight because when an emotion feels intense, it can seem permanent. Mindfulness helps you see that emotions are changing experiences, not fixed identities. Finally, you will learn that awareness creates choice. This is one of the most important ideas in the entire module. When you are unaware, reactions happen automatically. When you are aware, even for a brief moment, you gain the ability to choose your next step more wisely. This mindset will support everything that follows in the module. As you move into the lessons, keep this central idea with you: emotions do not have to control you. When you learn to notice them clearly, you can work with them skillfully and respond with greater wisdom.